Hi there and welcome to my Monday Live. My name is Paula Reid and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator going by the name of Yellow Bear Stamping. Tonight I'm going to share a sketch card design that I found on Pinterest, and I'm going to pair it with the Bloom Boutique suite and the paper Medley designer series paper. So let's switch over my desktop. There we go. Didn't quite want to go when I wanted it. So when you join, leave me a message to let me know that you are watching, and I'll just put my light on here. Here we go. So the Bloom Boutique suite is it comprises of the Boutique Blossoms and bundle and the Scallop Blooms bundle. Now I'm just going to move my camera a bit. There we go. And some designer series paper, some embellishments of butterflies with the in colours, and then these scalloped window boxes. Now I haven't bought the designer series paper, it just wasn't quite me, and so I wanted to use this bundle here with some other papers, just that I find sometimes for me that when a suite has designer series paper, then I always tend to go with those colours whenever I use the stamp. So with this one, I haven't got the papers, and so I kind of feel a little bit more free to try other colours. Like some of them, like this, the Moonlit Flora suite, I would keep the colours when I'm using the designer series paper because it is with the greens and it kind of goes. But then you can change the colours of your flowers and that's okay. Right, so at the back of the catalogue is our designer series papers. And this one here is one that I got as part of... Oh, hi Sylvia, welcome tonight. I just need to refresh my screen so that hopefully I can see comments. Yes. So this paper here was one that I won as a prize patrol on stage back in March. And so you've got a mix of papers, but these sort of blend in with a lot of our other papers as well. Hence it's called a medley, so that it's got lots of different colours in it that you can mix and match with our papers. So I am just going to use these papers tonight. I'm not actually going to pair them with anything else. Right, so we'll put the catalogue away. I was looking on Pinterest, as you do, and I found a sketch of a card that I really liked, and so I have made a template. Don't look at any of the combination. I've just done this so that I could have a play, and I just so happen to have these bits sitting on my desk. So what I have done is, this is actually a whole card. Normally I just do it as a card front and then I would adhere it to the card base. But this one here, I've worked out that the white, or it could be, another colour that you have, but that is a 10 centimetre square. Then I did my designer series paper so that it's 9.5 centimetres that way, and then these are 3 centimetre strips. So if you could do it like this with it all in just one colour, or the card that I'm going to share tonight, I'm using 3 different designs of paper. And then this is the 4th smallest everyday arches, but I am going to actually use the 5th, just the next size up, and then you can just decorate it and put some bling on it. So that is what we're going to use as our sketch, and I just thought this was a really good one to use up your designer series paper, and that you can match it with you know, a variety of stamps and things. This was, I cased it from Pam Allison, so thank you, Pam. Right, so like I said, I'm going to use the paper Medley, and I've chosen the blue tones, so I'm going with a Misty Moonlight base. Like I said, I've got my 10 by 10 centimeters, and then I have got, so this paper is that one, and then this is another one, but it was the blues sort of all went together, so I thought, right, we'll use that. So when I adhere something that's in like 3 strips, I always find that it's better to do the outer one on either the left or right, and then do the other side, so that you can kind of work out your spacing, and then you know that your 3rd piece is going to be sitting in between those, so that you can get it with equal sides of the, you know, the spacing. So then that one goes in there. And the joy with the liquid glue is that it does give you a little bit of time to wriggle it, to make sure that it's sitting right. So I have now got, I'll put the lid on the glue, my 5th size of die, and I am going to stamp. I'm using the Scalloped Blooms stamps, and I'm going to use the happy birthday, and then on the inside of the card I'm going to put the wishing you a day of relaxation, happiness and love. So I really like that there's a sentiment for the outside and then one for the inside. And I am going to use Calypso Coral for this. So I want to stamp my sentiment first, so that then I've got whatever's left over for placing my flower. And I'm just going to put this so that it's kind of over to that side. There we go. There's that. And then that to the side, and then I've got here my wishing you a day of relaxation, happiness and love. I don't normally put a sentiment on the inside, but I'd really like that there are, like with this set, that it actually has ones that are, you know, that do go with it. Right. Now, my little bit of white. So then I am using, no, that's the dies. This bundle here, which is the Boutique Blossoms. So you've got an outline, and then you've got sort of the distinctive for the inside, and same with the leaf, those leaves, these ones, and that flower there. So I'm going to use this one, because I just felt that was probably just a little bit big for what I'm wanting. So we're just going to stamp that one. Do one up there. 2. And we'll close use that. So that's the Calypso Coral. And then with my, I don't know why, but this one is really faded, Petal Pink, we will ink this up. And it's one of those distinctive stamps, so you get sort of shading with it. Now I'm going to try and get this lined up. That's the beauty of the photopolymer there. So you can sort of see how that bit there is a bit darker, that's a little bit darker, and then you've got the lighter. And we'll do one more. And I found that I did a trial before that it is better to do the outline and then stamp the inside. I just found that when I stamped the inside and then trying to get the outside, it was harder to line up. Now, then we have these dies, and with the new packaging we now have the picture of the dies on the cover there, so it does help so that you can see. So I won't die cut this because I've done some other ones, but then all I'm going to do is just, that just sits over nicely. It's nice and easy to line up, and then you just die cut that. So we've got this one here, that if you wanted to just do it in cardstock, it will actually do these cuts in the center part, and same with this one to give a bit of texture. It does it for this and that one and those ones, so you have got just the plain outline, or you've got with a bit of the texture. So then with the leaves, you've actually got a bit of some options. So you can just die cut the leaf, and that's using this one here. You can then stamp the leaf and just die cut it with the outline, or you can stamp the leaf and that's doing it with a two-tone again, and then die cut that, and then this one sort of comes with the cuts in it. So it's quite a versatile bundle that gives you options of how you know what sort of leaf or even flower you want. So we are now going to build our card. So I am going to just adhere this down flat. I'm not going to put it on dimensionals, but you could if you wanted to, depending on. And that just goes down there. Then that will sit about there, and I will put this on dimensionals once I've sort of got it positioned. So I thought I would, so I've done this with Old Olive. Old Olive has been around for a long time. And then we're just going to position the flowers, and then I thought I would just go with the die cut leaves, not stamping. And so I just want to sort of position where I want my greenery. Yep, that looks good. So I think what I will do is put the flowers up on dimensionals, and then it will make it easier to slot the greenery in underneath, so that I can sort of play with where I want that to go. So we're just going to pop these on here. Oops. And then I can sort of pop that. I might actually put this one in first. Just put a bit of liquid glue on there. I'll pop that so that that will kind of go in there, and then that one can go here. Then we'll put some more. I did stamp these. I had a go and it wasn't quite right, so turn the cardstock over and use the other side. And so this suite is going to be around for the next 12 months. So even though the catalogue is May to August, Stampin' Up have let us know that there are a couple of bundles that are going to be around for the 12 months. So that's really good. So this is one of them. I think somehow I've got those slightly different, but that's okay. So now I can just put a little bit of adhesive. Oops. And pop that in and under there. I might just, that'll be right. Maybe I won't pop that one. And then I will actually put some on the back of this leaf, and then we can, no, it does need a bit on the front as well. So we'll just then slide oops, I'm probably not doing that on camera. There we go. Stick him in there. And I've got one more. I might put this one down here. And we'll just put a bit of adhesive on the back. And feed him in under there. There we go. Look at that. Right, and now we will quickly pop some. I just really liked this, the design of this card that Pam had done. Just that it can, you know, you can use lots of different DSPs to do your panel and a variety of stamps. I like having a number of sort of go-to designs. Right, so we'll pop that there, and then that will go about there, and there we go. Now I thought that I would use, so these are the new in colour gems. So we've got Peaceful Pine, Hydrangea Hue, Crisp Cantaloupe, Golden Glow, and Barely Blush. And because the paper has actually got, ooh, no, maybe I will use, I think I might actually use I was going to use the blue, but I think I will we'll use Crisp Cantaloupe, even though it's not one of the colours that I've used. There we go. Oh, and we need our insert. I have a feeling that that's not quite straight, so we'll just quickly turn that over. And let's see if we can get that. There we go. That looks a bit better. Thank goodness there's two sides to a piece of cardstock. And there is our card. So I hope you like that, and that is a layout that you would find useful to use. So 10 centimetres by 10 centimetres for the mat, and then each strip of the designer series paper is 3 centimetres by 9.5. But I mean, you can have a play around. That's just sort of the proportions that I kind of thought, yep, that works. So there we are. Hope you've enjoyed that, and seeing how the different options that we have with this bundle for not only the flowers, but you know, the leaves. So I think that gives lots of options, and I will now have to make some cards using these other leaves. So have a good rest of your evening, and thanks for joining. Bye.